Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. We are back with, I would have to say, one of my favorite games of all time. I really love it. But I haven't streamed it nor even actually played it that much recently. I've been a little bit more focused on F1 Manager recently since it got released not that long ago. It was like 2 weeks ago. But that's been the main focus of my streams and gameplay evenings by myself. But it's good to be back with Crusader Kings. Hello, Jansei. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you here? Let me just send a message to my wife because she just asked me something. Just a second. Two seconds, Ted. Great way to start, right? Okay, done. So it's good to be back. Doing fine. Okay, I'm doing well. But you see that I'm under pressure. Under pressure. Nothing serious. I thought she was already complaining about me being loud, but I mean, I just started. But yeah, it's good to be back with CK3, and I'm glad that you're doing well. That you are probably ready to make fun of me for for the next few minutes if you are around, because I mean, that's your job. That is your job. So we have a new game update that I'm going to check out today. I mean, it's coming along with a new DLC, which is basically an event pack. It adds, they say, 100 new events or sequences of events to the game. That's what the DLC brings. But together with the DLC, there's a free update with some very interesting mechanics, and one of them is something that I wanted for so long, which is like a family feud mechanic. I mean, that's actually the name, that you can have long-lasting rivalries with other families, with other houses, and those can come from like one character kills your daughter. I'm going to take what exactly was said in the dev diary. Like your daughter can be killed in a battle by some other character, and then you swore wait, how do you say it? You swore? Well, you make it your life goal to to finish the life of that, or to ruin the life of that character and their entire family. And I think that's really good. That is something that I think was very present in the Middle Ages, and I mean, it's good that they got that back, because in the end, this is a game about families. It's a game about relationships and characters, and yeah, I'm so happy that they are improving that side of the game. Not really like the economy. A lot of people want trade systems and whatnot. Sure, yeah, we could have that and make the game a bit more complete, but I think that those types of systems like trade, that makes a lot more sense in EU4 or in Victoria 3. I think they are significantly more appropriate to that, and I'm glad that they are focusing on the characters, which, I mean, I think for me personally, it's the way to play this game. It's about role playing and yeah, it's basically The Sims, but in the Middle Ages, and you don't need to actually get a DLC just for pets, but that's nice. You can confirm that it's a game about families even at the start of the season. You see, I'm trying to min max my IRL situation, my IRL relationships. Wow, look at me, I'm saying IRL. Trocado pro seu mairão, ou tweet abundante, ou tweet abundante. Lucas.
Old man, remember, it's Crusader Kings not Game of Thrones. Currently having one of my best hunt sessions in A long, so I am King-san.
Lucas, thank you so much for your 5th month as a subscriber. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you for the support, man. And thank you for dropping by, for tell me that you are lurking and having a fun time playing Hunt. I'm hoping that you're hunting a lot of zombies and whatnot. Do you only get to hunt zombies, or do you also fight other people? I'm not sure. But thank you so much for the support. Let me just do this here. Whoops. Yeah, so Lucas was actually, I mean, we discussed today about streaming together and actually playing Crusader Kings together, but it was not really appropriate for, or not appropriate, it was not really fitting with the schedule for today. So I'm here playing solo, which, I mean, it's also a good way to actually check the new things, the new stuff about this save. If Janta, you find it really cool that they've had tons of events. Yeah. I hope they are interesting. I've seen a few in the dev diaries, and they look very neat. Beautiful voice. It's wow, the beautiful voice was for my voice. Wow. Deu trocado pro seu mairão, ou tweet abundante, ou tweet abundante. Oh. Yeah, the Japanese voice, it was something I wanted to try this because I really love this thing about something that was done using Japanese Google Translate. They picked a few parts of some Star Wars movies, and they had the Japanese Google Translate voicing all of that, and it's absolutely hilarious. And this kind of sounds like that. So, like, imagine when Obi-Wan says, "I have the high ground," you have someone saying, "Don't try it, I have the high ground." It's I don't know, it's geeky, but I love it. It's the first time you're hearing it. I think I added that around the time I finished streaming during the day, so before I got a job. And of course, I haven't streamed that much lately, so you haven't had that many chances to listen to it. It's fighting bosses with player versus player. Okay. Okay. You see, I mostly lurk when you are streaming, and I didn't even know how the game works. Shame on me. So yeah. The background music is really cool. Could you increase it just a bit? I can actually maybe increase it. I'm not sure if the game audio then will be too loud. Well, we'll see. I'm putting it on the maximum settings. I know that in game I decreased it a little bit. Actually, I decreased it a lot. It's at 20%. So that's why. We'll see how this goes. Wow, I'm missing so much of the chat already. Obrigado. Danke. Oh, danke is obrigado. I don't know how to say you're welcome. It is really, don't say, it is 10:30 p.m. there. Oh man. Be right back. Yeah, enemies coming. Okay. Oh, Marion's beautiful voice. Thank you for the clip, Jensei. Thank you. It's all fine. It's all fine. I love the clips. I am collecting a few clips. I actually have like a file, not in Adobe Premiere Pro anymore because I'm not using that anymore. It's in DaVinci Resolve, the video editing software. I have a project open with, I don't know, 15 clips or something from the past 6 months, something like that. Maybe a little bit, maybe more than 15 clips. But anyway, I got that project. I started that. I edited a bit, but yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I actually want to make a compilation of clips and all that to then publish, but I haven't finished that yet. Yeah, you know, my projects, my editing projects always end like that. Beta. It's not byte. It's probably beta. Okay. Thank you, you polyglot. So, as you can see here, and I'm going to switch this to the main screen. As you can see here, this is Urraca de Jimena, and currently she's pregnant. She's pregnant because I was testing a tiny little bit with the game, and with her as a character. I didn't play that much, but it was enough for her to become pregnant. Of course, she doesn't start the game in that condition, but it's most likely that it will happen quite early in the game. The thing is, she is not married. She is not married, and actually, let's just start in the new game. So Iberia in pieces, Infanta Urraca, Countess of Zamora, the oldest of Ferdinand's children. Urraca had widespread influence over both her brothers and the church. She and her sister Elvira received lordship over both her brothers? No, over both her brothers and the church, because she has 3 brothers. Her brothers and the church. She and her sister Elvira received lordship over all the monasteries in the 3 kingdoms, and she did not sit idly by as her brothers tore each other apart. To outmaneuver her brothers and secure her place in history, Urraca needs both patience and daring. Will you succeed? So we cannot see it here. Yeah, we cannot see the characteristics in the screen, but I'm going to start as her. We of course have King Garcia of Galicia, King Alfonso of Léon, who is my liege. He will start as my liege in the save, and King Sancho II of Castile. He is the older of the men. The older of the eldest of all siblings is Urraca. So, if this was an egalitarian world in the Middle Ages, she would be the queen, and not her brothers before her. And as I said, King Alfonso VI starts as her liege, and he also starts as her lover. He's also not married, but they can I overwrite this? I can, because I don't need that save. So I'm playing Iron Man as usual, and I'm not playing with any mods today, although I've been starting to enjoy mods quite a lot for CK3 because the update came today. A lot of them are not compatible yet, so I'm not taking a chance with having them in this playthrough, which also might not be too long. Maybe I will just focus on Urraca and maybe a couple of descendants, we'll see how this goes. Enough talk, let's get some gameplay. People demand gameplay. The Lannisters of Europe. It is currently 10:40 Central European summertime. Exactly. What is wrong about that? What is wrong about that? That's what I always said, that I was going to start at around this time. 9:30 my time, 10:30 yours. You love the way I said Castilla? Did I say Castilla? I don't know. No, I didn't. Okay. No, I think I said Castile. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I can say Galicia. I'm not sure if in the Middle Ages they would say Galicia as they would say nowadays. But yeah. I'm not gonna say that. I could say Galiza, because Galiza is how we say it in Portuguese. Galicia. Genius. At least I didn't make it sound like 9:30 my time. Really? Really? I think you're tricking me. So, why am I focusing Sancho? This is me. Infanta Urraca Fernandez of Castilla. She is chaste and zealous, which are a logical combo, I would say. I mean, makes sense that these two are together. But she's also arrogant, so she thinks highly of herself. And she's also deceitful, which is going to come very, very handy. She's also Midas touch, so she's good in managing her own realm. Good to make money. As you can see, we start making 3.5 gold per month, which is nice for a single county countess in the beginning of the game. It is a good number. Of course, she has an education on stewardship, but I have decided to go on intrigue. And so my goal here, as she is a woman with... I'm making this up. She's a woman who is very zealous. She wants to see the Catholic kingdoms united. She believes that all of the Catholic lands in Iberia should be under the same ruler. And so, because most of it is in the hands of her brothers, and she, being zealous, accepts the fact that it's maybe perhaps God's will that women are not the ones who are going to rule. She accepts the fact that one of her brothers should be the leader of Catholic Iberia. And believing that, she of course has one favorite brother. It is not King Sancho II, it is not King Garcia II, it is Alfonso VI the Brave, her brother, liege and lover. So she is in love with Alfonso. They have a relationship, and the clear enemy in the picture is the potentially number one heir to their father, who is King Sancho. He is the bad guy in the picture because he's a rival with his two brothers and also with his cousin and my cousin, the King of Navarre, Anso the Fourth. So basically no one likes King Sancho II, and I believe that he should be removed from not office, but from his throne, and that Alfonso should be the leader that would be uniting all of the Catholics in Iberia. And I said that intrigue is going to be very, very useful precisely because of that, because I need a good character in intrigue so that I can scheme and facilitate the removal of my brothers from the throne so that my dear Alfonso, can unite them all. I'll start with intimidation focus. No, actually, skullduggery. I cannot say this. Skullduggery. To focus on scheme, subversion, and secrets, and it gives me +3 intrigue, and that is going to be very, very useful. So you were right about starting at 10:30 CEST, but I confused you. No. As long as it's Iberian, it's fine. Latin American. No, man, you posted on your schedule 9:30, and that would be 9:30 your time, right? If it was 9:30 your time, that would be 8:30 mine. Never mind. Never mind. Back to lurk. Good luck, man. Good luck. Deceitful waifu material right there. You need waifu. She also seeks peaceful relationship with the Muslims, right? Right? Her main focus, her initial focus, is not going to be fighting the Muslims. It's, as I said, to try to create a united Catholic kingdom. I mean, she's zealous. She is zealous. She has a -35 opinion of different faiths. It's not easy to roleplay as her becoming a friend with the Muslims. It might happen. It might happen. We shall see. We shall see. She doesn't want to be a queen. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. At least for now, she doesn't want to be a queen. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. It's pronounced like the way you pronounce dodge. Then you add the re part. Let me try to read it again. Skullduggery. 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 Doug. Ah, okay. Skullduggery. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. I mean, I don't know the word. I've seen it a lot in the game, but I actually didn't check it before. No worries, no worries. Thank you. So yeah, she doesn't want to be a queen. She starts with an artifact, the Chalice of Dona Urraca, a ritual chalice carved from deepest onyx and encrusted with jewels and gold lattice work, commissioned by Infanta Urraca to honor the church. So yeah, you see that she's a very, very zealous character. Yeah, advice on struggles. I'm not going to worry with the struggle. It's not my focus in this playthrough. What happens, happens. And I'm not going to particularly focus in doing things to take the struggle in a certain direction. But if in the game you make a friend with a Muslim ruler, maybe she becomes a sympathizer and you can roleplay that. Exactly. Okay, I can try that. If the opportunity arises, I can try that. Yeah. But yeah, so what I mean when I say she's not going to do that, it's because currently with the situation in the game, it's hard to justify that. But if I see an opportunity to justify it, yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know if you have seen, I've mentioned him before, a playthrough that One Proud Bavarian does of CK3 on his YouTube channel. And it does this a lot. Like, he can constantly, at every given moment, he tries to justify every single decision he does to his character according to what is happening in the world, to the characteristics of the character, of his own character. It's really hard to do, I have to say. I try to do it, but very often I see myself moving away a bit from that. But he does it in a very, very convincing way. Okay, so, and also, one decision that I've made about the place in which we start, about how we start in the game, about where we are, where in terms of situation, not the location, is that I am not going to marry anyone, at least for now. She is in love with her brother. They have a relationship. It's totally against what the church would want. But because of her commitment to her brother, she is not going to marry anyone. So let's see how that goes. I lose a bit because I don't have a husband to improve my skills, but I'm going to do that at least for now. Most of the actions can be justified in the game, especially if you're creative. Yeah, exactly. No, he is super creative. So one thing that I'm going to do immediately, actually I can unpause, because why not? I'm going to pay homage to my liege, to my beloved brother, and I'm gonna promise him a favor. I trust him with my art, with my heart. So there I go. Servants usher me into King Alfonso VI's great hall in Léon, where he sits his throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage as his scribes record the event. Then comes my promise that he may call on me for any favor as a loyal supporter of the king in all his endeavors. Alfonso bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction along with my rights to the lands I rule in his stead. So this of course puts me in a tricky situation because he will have a weak hook on me. But I mean, roleplay, it's all about that. You'll love this playthrough already. Oh, and Alfonso just passed limited crown authority. He didn't waste any time. It did not waste any time. I need a court physician. And I need to make a decision to search for one, because I don't have anyone really decent available in my courts. Like, yeah, war aptitudes. Even though he has 13 learning. He has 13 learning. Okay, so this world is full of dangers even to a countess and their court. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations. Now they have assembled a few options, few always being two, to choose from. Oh yeah, and I also like that the Wanderers now show with this background. Wait, no, it's not the same character. The Wanderers actually show up with a different background in their character screen, showing that they are not in any court, something like that. So I actually think it's a very small detail, but it makes it look like they are wandering around as they should. Oh, she's a renowned physician. Ooh, only 8 learning? Not amazing, but she's a renowned physician. I like that. Temperate, gregarious, and arbitrary. So she can either like tell me to run around naked or cut my leg to solve my diseases, to cure me. But yeah, she seems like a great choice. On the other hand, I have a sadistic guy. Yeah, there isn't much of a doubt. Maria, welcome in. She's Asturo-Leonese. Asturo-Leonese. And which is the culture of my county, although I'm Castilian. So that's also a bit tricky. I could become Asturial Leonese, but I'm, at least for now, not going to do that. So let's hire Maria as our court physician. Hello, people. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. How was your day? Our dynasty is known far and wide. Betrothed can marry? Who is this? My courtier, Gotina Pedres Munoz, with a courtier of Count Rodrigo. Let me pause this. Who is Count Rodrigo? Count Rodrigo? Okay, he's a fellow vassal. So also under King Alfonso. I don't think I'm in his council. I don't think I'm in his council. Thank you for the hydration reminder. Actually, I need it. Ooh. This Count Rodrigo is also arrogant. Arrogant and deceitful as I am. And is the king's marshal. And I am not in the council? Shame. Shame. So is she going... I think she will move to his house. Do I care about losing her? She's ambitious and vengeful. Meh. Nah, she can go away. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, she went away. She accepts he accepts the marriage. May Saint Brigid bless their union. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the DLC or the or just the update, the new backgrounds. I would say the update. I would say the update. She's young, only 17. She will work up on her learning skill through the focus tree, hopefully. Actually, I don't even know if non-rulers, do they have focus trees? I'm not sure. Might become the dancing queen? Wait, is that part of the music? You are my dancing queen. Na 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 na. 17? Maybe it is. It does rhyme. It does rhyme. I don't remember the lyrics. I don't remember the lyrics. Wait, what? I lost 50 piety because my suffragan bishop is preaching an unorthodox doctrine. And he doesn't like me. I need to sway him to get some more money. To get the monies, I need to sway. You are my dancing queen. Right, so I need to check my council. I have a... What? Could I get more incompetent people than these? Jeez. Not that I have that many options, like, I don't have more options. Oh, but wait. Wait. Belly Dudolfos has 21 intrigue. So you are going to become my new spy master. That is going to be useful. Pedro Munies, my current chancellor, is going to become my marshal with 13. These are all mixed up. They are all mixed up. Now for chancellor, I don't have that many options. But actually, yeah, this is the best option I can have. Mayor Fernan is going to become the Chancellor, and this makes Domingo my steward at 10 stewardship, which is not terrible. Okay, other than the Chancellor, it's better. It's better now. My bishop is preaching incest on my good side. To get on my good side. That would be nice. Yeah. Totally mixed. Completely mixed. And what I'm going to do already, as I said, this is the bad guy in this movie. I'm going to start a murder scheme. Only 63% chance at the moment, but I can and will have a Belidu supporting the schemes, which takes us up to 78%, and I can invite people. There's already 2 agents in this. The King's Bishop. The King's Bishop is actually he's actually on my side. He wants to get rid. Why? I mean, it doesn't. He's wrathful. It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing. But yeah, the bishop, the Archbishop of Castile, actually wants to. Oh, I can invite 5 people. Let me pause this. Diego de Carrion. Oh, the court physician. The court physician. Click. Bribe. 56 gold. Yeah. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. This should go up to 95, I think. I think this will... What if I befriend him first? No. 95% in 8 months. In 8 months. You see, I said it wouldn't take long. I have agonized over it, and the signs are clear. I am with child. My brother King Alfonso is without a doubt the father, but he is married and would surely never acknowledge my child as his. I will let everyone know who the father is. Alfonso must know, but no one else. I cannot tell anyone. Or I must have a wise woman prepare a brew, and I try to abort. I'm not going to do that. But there's a small chance that I can die, which is... I mean, actually, I'm surprised it's only 4%. Because in the Middle Ages, just 4%? I'm actually surprised it's that low. I'm actually surprised. I will tell Alfonso. He's my lover. I trust him. Is he missing... Oh, no. I thought he was missing an arm. But no, he has all his limbs. All his members. All his limbs, yeah. To get more drama. I see. That would be. He'll trust you a lot and it will become easier to kill him. Yeah, exactly. I know. Maybe I will do that. Because the only way I can do this is to kill Garcia as well. So maybe I will do that with Garcia. Okay, yeah, my wife wanting me to speak, to be a little bit quieter. That I'm talking too loud apparently. Yeah, I need to remove the headphone or one of them from my ear, so that I can listen to myself a little bit better without screaming. I mean, I don't need to speak that loudly, but I get excited. I get excited with the game. Yeah, he's really hated. He is really hated. The king's own wife would like to pay you 100 gold to be able to join the plot. Killing Alfonso or not? Tough choice. Now I will... What if you love Alfonso so much that you don't want to destroy his marriage by telling him about the child? I don't think... Oh, he's already married. He wasn't married at the beginning of the game. And now, you see, this is the memories thing. So this is the new thing that came with the update. It's really cool because you can That's actually something that always bothered me, that you could never see when the wedding took place. You could never see that, and now you can. Now you can. It was on the 13th of December, 1066. I think that is very, very cool. It's great that they added this. Oh, I can copy this to the clipboard? I wonder how this looks. Let me just, out of curiosity, I'm gonna type this here in the chat. Okay, it comes out as a single line. I'm not sure. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should be split, but Twitch puts everything together. Okay. Okay. And it says, oh yeah, this is in the first person. It's like his own journal. It's always in the first person. That is nice. There are filters? No. Change the sort order, but no filters. Yeah, they could add some filters here. Pin this window to keep it from switching to other characters. Huh? So if I go here and I click memories, no, what? I don't know what that was. Ah, oh, I see. It reverts back. So if I use the pin, I can swap characters here and it will keep everything here. Yeah, this is good because if I click here, it doesn't show the memories of the other one. But if I do this, it does. Wow. Amazing. Great. This is so cool. This is so cool. I can see your point about her not telling him. I can see that. Okay. That actually sounds good. That actually sounds good. Basically, yeah, the only difference is that he becomes aware of this. I don't know. I want... Decisions, drama. I'm actually struggling to decide what to do. And it's like, it's a minor decision. It is a minor decision. Hello, Taylor. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. How was your day, man? Hope you're doing great. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him. And she loves him. She's going to hope that this will help keeping their relationship alive, because she might fear eventually that now that he has a wife, he's going to focus more on his wife. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him. No, yeah, I mean, you did make me think about this quite a lot. You did make me think about this quite a lot. It is a tough choice. It is a tough choice. As it would be in real life, to be fair. As it would be. You would totally not tell him for it to be a Brazilian soap opera. The thing is that I'm not sure if I don't reveal it now, can I keep that as a secret? Now I'm curious. Can I reveal that later? I might be able to reveal that later. Maybe out of curiosity, I'll not tell him. Your day was a weird one. I hope it was weird in a good way, if that is even possible. I hope nothing wrong or nothing bad happens. Just out of the ordinary. Telling him and justifying it like that makes sense. She is arrogant, yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, I'll go back to tell him. I'll go back to tell him, and I did manage to find a way to justify that she wants to keep him for her, so she tells him that they have a child together. Okay, I'll tell him. Wow, that was probably one of the hardest decisions I've ever taken. Let's petition our liege. So I can ask for a title claim. Oh no, wait. Grant you a claimed title. So we would actually give me a title. Oh. Or I just fortify the borders. Oh. This is not giving me a claim, it's actually giving me one of his titles. He's not gonna give it to me, is he? Why the heck does he have a barony? He shouldn't have a barony. I'm gonna ask for another title. Certainly a roller coaster day, but mostly a fun one. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. I'm improving on my justification skills. I mean, she's arrogant but not ambitious. No, I'm not going to ask for this. Okay. Let's continue. Let's check the plot. The plot is going to take 8 months still. With the court physician, the priest, and another vassal, who is actually a powerful vassal. Yeah, there's no way this can fail, right? Murder en route. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape route out of King Sancho's castle. Should anything go wrong, a detailed map of the local plains with all its hidden paths and caves would be an invaluable resource. Pay a hunter from Burgos to draw a map. I don't really need to improve anything. The scheme gains mapped surroundings. I mean, again, I can justify this easily about not doing anything because she's arrogant and she trusts that the plan in place is working nicely. So I'm going to abandon the idea. No effects. Easy to justify. Okay, let me have a look at my knights. I only have 4 knights. I need to get some knights. So I don't have money. I only have 18. Yeah, I spent a lot to get the court physician. As my scheme moves closer to fruition, swift communication is key. I have an especially clever pigeon which Mayor Gerardo, something, I'm not sure, could use to send an urgent message to me here in Zamora if the need arises. But how would I get the bird into the castle of Burgos? Again, it's too risky. I'm not going to put myself in danger for this. Yeah, it's too risky. I have full confidence in the current plan. Was on the roadside at the tour of Britain again today, as you've been following the race and watching each stage. Wow, that is very nice that you are able to do that. That is very, very nice. Oh yeah. They canceled tomorrow's stage, yeah, because of the Queen's passing. Yeah, it I don't know. I mean, I didn't hear anything before that, but earlier today, not sure if in the morning or in the early afternoon, I read something about the doctors being worried about the Queen's condition. But I thought, like, okay, she's going to the hospital, she's not feeling too well, but it's not going to be a sudden thing. But yeah, it turned out to be really, really sudden. I mean, maybe she was already feeling sick for some time, but it really felt like sudden. Not that it's totally unexpected, because she was almost 100 years old. But yeah, even as a non-Brit, I feel sympathy, of course, for her and for all of you, because she was a friendly character. She was a friendly character for in the world and known everywhere. I probably don't fully understand the connection that you have with her, with the royalty and with the Queen. Because I'm not British, and also because we don't have a monarchy, so I don't really understand, or I cannot fully understand how that is. But I can imagine it's a big loss for you. So my sympathy for that. To make my suffragan Bishop Alonso, El Plan, Fernando Alonso, more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment in my next missive to his court. I will be sure to mention his unshakable faith in God. Yeah, I guess. Makes sense, right? I'm also zealous. I mean, I'm actually more zealous than he is, because he doesn't have the trait. Our recent correspondence has been a source of joy for me. I cannot help but think that we might both benefit from increased communication. He gained 10 opinion of me, and the sway gained progress. So we are getting closer from getting the money from the church. I know, bishop endorsement, I know all of that. I can ask for pardon? Oh. Serious, Alfonso? Seriously? You're not accepting that I ask for pardon for something that we did together? Infanta Urraca, my dear little firebrand, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. Mercy, right? Yeah. I regret to inform you that I have decided to increase your contractual obligations. Surely you understand my plight. Leon is in dire need of protection, and your contribution plays a huge part. And besides, you do owe me. Son of a gun. Using his weak hook already, increasing my taxes. Is increasing the taxes I'm paying him. Ah, you bastards. Yeah, it didn't take him long. It did not take him long. But again, he's my love. I'm gonna do everything for him. I'm gonna do anything for him. When am I going? Okay, just in 1 month, I'll give birth. Shall see if we have a boy or a girl. If it's a boy, it might push her a bit to eventually try to put her son in the throne. Or at least in a good position. A wounded and disillusioned mercenary group has arrived at the county of Zamora. The locals claim to have overheard talk of settling down after pillaging an easy target, and have begun to grow anxious. Tensions are high, and conflict is likely to arise if I do not intervene in the matter. Offer them a position at the city garrison? I lose 50 gold. I don't have that. Implore them to leave, and I lose prestige. And oh no, County of Zamora recently looted. Minus 50%. Holding taxes. Increased construction time and decreased development growth. Jeez. Force them out of the city. 100% certainly, yeah, they loot, and on top of that, local garrison wiped out. Minus 72% garrison size and minus 20% control growth. Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Or let the locals handle it. Yikes, 25% chance of slaughtering the population. Oof. I mean, the difference, they have a lot of decrease in development growth. They can eventually handle it. They may be able to handle it. What would an arrogant character do? Probably not care a lot about the locals and let the locals handle it. This is like a romantic movie. Yeah. Okay, let's let the locals handle it. This is gonna go wrong. We're gonna be looted. Oh no, they slaughtered the population. Yeah, minus 20 popular opinion. Nice, nice.